Today I'm going to be showing you a simple card trick, and the best thing about this card trick is that you don't need to set the deck. It doesn't need to be a full deck, it doesn't even need to be a single deck. It can be 2 decks, half a deck, 3 decks, it really doesn't matter. And this card trick can be done with as many people as you like. It doesn't necessarily only have to be one person. First things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the trick, so you get an understanding of what's going to happen before I show you how to do the trick. So at this point, as you can see, I've been shuffling the deck. These cards can be in any position possible. Okay? And what I'm going to do is really simple. I'm going to split the deck. Splitting the deck is just pulling them apart like this in whatever direction. Okay? So here I've got 5. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to tell you the cards as I pick them up. So, 3 of clubs. Hold them in my hand, so nobody else can see them at this point. 3 of clubs. Next card is the 7 of diamonds. Card after that is the Queen of hearts. After this card, it's going to be the 10 of hearts. And the Ace of spades. So, the order of the cards again. 6 of hearts. 7 of diamonds. Queen of hearts. 10 of hearts. Lastly, Ace of spades. Now, this magic trick is very simple, like I said at the start. And the best way to achieve this is, you saw me shuffling the deck. It doesn't necessarily have to be shuffled by myself. It can be shuffled by whoever. Okay? So just because you're doing a trick doesn't mean you have to shuffle the deck. Hand it to somebody else. That's the best way to do it. Because, like I said before, you don't need to set the deck in any way. So hand it to somebody else and they can shuffle the cards however they like. But what you need to do is you need to make sure you get the deck back before they split it. So, ask for the deck back. And what you're going to do is, when you're explaining to them how you want them to split the deck, you're going to shuffle it as well. And it's not going to look like you do anything bad. You're just shuffling it, just doing something with your hands. But what you're doing is you want to get the card off the top, in this case the 10 of diamonds. You want to get that, and you want to shuffle it in such a way that 10 of diamonds goes on top of the deck there. Nice and simple. So, you're going to pass it back to them. They're going to now go about splitting the deck. So they can split the deck however they like, as before. No matter how many times they split it, or how many cards there are in that deck, it's not going to affect it in any way. So because that 10 of diamonds was on the top, no matter how they split the deck, that card is always going to be one of the cards on the top here. So because you know one of them, what you're going to do is you're going to pick up, before you pick up the first card, you're going to say 10 of diamonds. Now, this first card that I pick up is actually the King of hearts, but because you're holding it in the hand, they can't see that. You pick up your next card, but before you do, say King of hearts. It's in fact the 9 of spades, but that goes in your hand. Next card you say, 9 of spades. It's actually the 4 of spades. Put it in your hand. Next one, before you pick it up, say 4 of spades. It's actually the 9 of hearts. Put it in your hand again. Before you pick up the last one, this is the only card that we know. Say 9 of hearts. In this instance, it is the 10 of diamonds. What you're going to want to do is, I've been building this deck from left to right. Put this card on the far left. So when you go to show your cards afterwards, the sequence that I said them in was the 10 of diamonds, the King of hearts, 9 of clubs, 4 of clubs, and the 9 of hearts. And the trick really is that simple. The hardest thing about the trick is just making sure you get that top card in position right away. before they split the deck. If you can do that, it really is simple from there. Thanks.